But anyway, let's move on. We're going to see how the internet did react to the game in the last segment of the show. And first up, we're going to look at Will. It's Will. And he's got a few dots on a graph. I'm sure you can tell us more about this.
So this is quite interesting. This is comparing teams with a certain goal difference after 16 games to the points they usually accumulate. So if you look at the first one, you can see this is where, so we're on a plus 17 goal difference here. It's hard to see because we're kind of in the way, but there you go. So we got a plus 17 goal difference, and to the right of the bottom, that's quite high. So usually to the right, you can see how many points that usually accumulates. And after 16 games, we've got the lowest points total for having a plus 17 goal difference compared to what we usually get. You'd usually be on. After 16 games, no one's had less than 30 points at this stage, and we're on 23. So that's particularly low, it's fair to say, with a plus 17 goal difference. And the next one is the league position you're usually in with a plus 17 goal difference after 16 games. And we're 10th, which is no one, as you can see here, no team has ever been lower than 4th with a plus 17 goal difference after 16 games. 4th, and we're 6 places lower than that. So this is a record low for a team to have a plus 17 goal difference and be where they are in the league, which is mad to think about. So I don't know what it tells you. Does it tell you that it's unlucky, or it's just whatever it is? But
it tells you Tottenham Hotspur, hold my beer. That's what it tells you.
That's what it is. So we are the lowest team to ever have a plus 17 goal difference after 16 games.
Let's move on. Chris says, we really need to see Son and Maddison start together in the Premier League. We are far better with both starting. Son and Maddison, 5 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Without Son or Maddison is 2 wins, 0 draws and 5 losses.
Yeah, and that probably shows how important they are to the team, I would say. So quite interesting, that stat. And maybe we need to I think they clearly have a good relationship, don't they, Son and Maddison? So I think both of them on that left-hand side as well. Like they cause a lot of trouble. For
just so able to just keep the ball together and the quick little interchanges that they show, and they seem to be on each other's wavelength in terms of the runs that they both make off each other. Next up is from WeAreTottenhamTV. Return of the Jedi. What a performance from Jed last night. Rate his performance out of 10. And that was a picture I made with AI this morning. Just had to be done.
Had to course, 100%. Jed was using the Force yesterday.
He really 100%. Was. That's the name of my FPL team, Return of the Jedi, as well. So
you're manifesting it.
I manifested it at the beginning of the season, yeah. Tottenham Hotspur tweeted this out. Pape's touch map is every blade of grass. And just look at that touch map yesterday.
That is mad. Look at that. Literally, is there any, apart from, I can't be right, because didn't he touch it in the box as well when he scored? So, is it the other way?
Yeah.
So that's the goal. That's the goalkeeper when he doesn't touch it. So unbelievable. Literally, he just covers so much ground. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Next up, this is from Sam's in Korean. It says, I feel good because we talk while laughing a lot. And that is Sonny and Kyle Walker-Peters after the game, after he absolutely ripped him to shreds.
At half-time, he was consoling him, but at full-time, he's having a nice laugh and a joke. Kyle Walker's is like, no chance you can get him to re-sign me? No chance of being a good word? Nothing? And Sonny's like, maybe not after that performance.
Yeah, you were calling for it in the summer, though, Kyle Walker-Peters' return.
Could have done with him this season,
yeah.
I think.
What do you think, though, now, after half a season in the Premier League?
I don't think he's the problem. I think he's particularly not done too badly. But look, I don't know if he's the answer, but I think he definitely could have been useful for us this season for sure. If you ask me right now, should we have signed him in the summer, having seen what's happened? I think probably yeah. I think we could have done with him, and it would have helped with the squad with the homegrown thing. So probably it was a mistake not signing him, to be honest, in hindsight. I would say.
Interesting. Peter Rainey says he hears it, he hates it. Away support is the key. Keep it going. And that was Daniel Levy in the stands yesterday at Southampton, obviously in the director's box or whatever he was in. He must have definitely heard what was going on in the stadium yesterday.
Yeah, but he doesn't care about it.
He probably doesn't care.
He doesn't care about. You don't care about Levy, and he doesn't care about you. That's the reality.
There were a few pictures though of him just looking visibly very frustrated yesterday. So maybe he does care.
Maybe he needs to change his song.
Ryan Coy saying Kulu robbed of that assist. What assist is he talking about?
Don't know. I don't remember liking that one.
Fabrizio Romano saying, which Tottenham player would you like to bring to Bayern? Young fan asked Harry Kane, and he said Sonny, which is, I mean, it's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Of course, mentioned that link up at Bayern, but you keep your grubby hands off him.
Exactly. You left Kane. Don't try and take our best player now as well. Nice one. Shifty says, no allegations, no controversies, underrated player, extreme loyalty to the club, most consistent winger in the Premier League along with Salah. Nobody gives this man his credit. Heung-min Son appreciation tweet. And that's from a Man United fan.
And he does, and 100%, 100%. And I think he's absolutely spot on. Doesn't get the credit he deserves. Every time he has a bit of a rough patch, people are so quick to jump on him and, write him off at your peril, as Ange said.
This one from THFC Reports quotes from Spurs' latest edition and Heung-min who's been pictured travelling to London yesterday to join Tottenham Hotspur. And his quote says, personally, I feel ready. I'll work even harder to show my best performances. I hope fans will continue to cheer for me. While I haven't shown much yet, I'll do my best and I'm excited for this new chapter at Tottenham. I look forward to learning from senior players there and working hard to contribute to the team.
Yeah,
he's backing his ability.
Of course he is. Why you don't get to where he is without being confident and backing your own ability. So let's hope he can come in and make an impact. It's going to be hard for him because, coming from the K-League, different kettle of fish. But look, with the injuries we have, he might get some opportunities early on just to show what he's.
I want to see him start at Tamworth.
Yeah, get him.
There's no reason why he shouldn't start at Tamworth. Mari says his shining smile, so handsome, legend, and this is an actual picture. Did he actually show up that shirt yesterday? I don't know if that's real or not.
I mean, it's very good AI if it's not real.
I mean, it looks, yeah.
So must have printed. Did they print it?
Oh, they did print it because the next one is of them printing it.
Wow, so they printed it and they kind of sensed he was going to get it in this game.
But how could they sense he was going to get 2
assists? Because they're Southampton. They just knew. He loves playing at Southampton.
He does. He got 4 goals against Southampton in the last win there.
It to every game. I don't know.
Look at that hand drawn. The Sonny.
That is really nice. To be fair,
go to the tweet below it. Hand drawn.
Wow. Who drew it? Who is this guy?
This is Tottenham official.
Yeah, I want a hand drawn of me.
That's mad. But yeah, big up to Sonny. 68 assists, most in our Premier League history.
Doesn't get enough credit for that side of his game, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Everyone just talks about him about, which he is, about being an elite finisher. But no one talks about how creative he is as well. Absolutely.
And to be up there as the top assister ever in Spurs in the Premier League is just the utmost praise he can get. THF Sport showing a picture of Heung-min on his way to join Tottenham Hotspur, signing a Spurs shirt. It looks probably in the airport in Korea, that I would assume.
Yeah, let's hope he impresses in training early on. It'll be interesting to see how he adjusts.
Yeah, StatMuse saying Son has 8 multi-assist games in the Premier League. Only Darren Anderton has more for Spurs in 12.
Wow, is he going to break that record?
Yeah, I think
4
so.
more?
Yeah, why not? He'll probably break it by the end of the season.
Yeah, come on.
StatMuse FC saying Decky's goal and assist, 12 this season, 11 all of last season. Just showing that different.
Yeah,
I know, it's mad. Decky has just been incredible this season. He really has.
And he offers so much beyond the goals and assists as well. But I really feel like before the United game, he was playing really well, but maybe not having the output. But I think in the last 10 games or so, his output's really gone up.
Yeah, and that's one criticism I've always had of Decky. With the quality that he's got to be getting more goal contribution, because we saw it quite regularly when he first joined us in that January till the end of the season when we got top 4. But since then, we haven't really seen it on a regularity. But he's really starting to add that now, and I even think he's capable of a better rate than he's getting now.
Look, he's still 24. He can still go and grow into a much better player as well. So
surely right here, right now, sitting here 16th of December, he's in Team of the Year in the Premier League. Team of the season.
Well, you could put Palmer in there, Caicedo, Zigo in there. So obviously he's in the middle 3. That's probably the middle 3. Him, Palmer, Caicedo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Snuggy says Sonderella, Sonny with his boot off yesterday.
Does someone find? Does it fit? Does the slipper fit?
Is someone going to take him to the ball?
Everyone wants to take him to the ball. That's the question.
Squawker saying Son Heung-min has now provided more. We've been through that. Club legend. Son Heung-min versus Southampton. 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 chances created, 4 shots on target. And he only played in 1 half.
Yeah, incredible, isn't it? That he went off at half time, but he was still so effective. He probably had a few games worth of shots in that one game. So he was electric on the day, and I'm so happy that we just managed him and made sure he went. We took him off because that's when Sonny's in that kind of form. He's just invaluable. So absolutely fantastic management.
And what's that? The sound of silence. What? The haters? I can't hear you. Where are you? Where are you? Is Sonny done? Is Sonny washed? Do me a favour. Mari says, a captain who always cares about his teammates. I hope the doggy is doing well. And that's just Sonny, isn't it?
Maybe he was telling the doggy, look, just get off if you've got feel anything because we need you for Thursday. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Because apparently he wanted to continue. So maybe that was Son telling him.
Yeah.
So I think that's the moment, isn't it? He went off.
And it was 4-0 at that point as well.
Yeah, it's probably made one of the reasons.
Spurs Global saying Sonny has the most Premier League assists for Tottenham, and Christian Eriksen wasn't too far behind, was he? 62.
62, and he was there for quite a bit less time as well. But yeah, I mean, still to have more than Eriksen, Eriksen was kind of a chance creation machine. So, Son to be up there, even though he's played more games, is still very impressive.
Dahlia says, me headed to Twitter when Sonny has a good game.
Yeah, rush it over. Get me there now.
Spurs Global, Son via Instagram, a proper team performance and result. Proud of the boys. Time to keep the focus and push on. This is the level we expect of ourselves. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah, nice message. But let's just hope we're not hearing any more apologies over the next few games.
Yeah. Spurs pictures that go hard. I love this picture. Look at Bergvall coming in as well.
Love it. Getting right into it. That must be for the first goal. Yeah. No, none of them are even breaking his sweat. It's actually a first goal, right? Southampton didn't touch the ball, did they? We scored without them touching the ball.
Is that right?
I think so.
Must have done, because we kicked off, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they touched the ball.
Incredible. 100% possession when we scored our first goal. Lily White Rose saying, today was a good day. It was a good day to see Alfie Dorrington. It was really nice to see Dorrington because, no one's really spoken about him too much this season, but I think it goes to what you were saying in the review. It was just good to get him feeling part of it and getting him on that pitch because we might have to rely on him if one more injury comes. Yeah,
and he did make a bit of a mistake early with one of his early touches, but did really well to just make sure it didn't affect him, and then was quite composed after that moment. And look, he's similar age to Archie, and Archie's playing at that position. I know Gray's had more experience in the Championship, but look, maybe Dorrington can fill in on some occasions. Obviously, he's a bit bigger, and he's done well at youth level. And look, in the next few games, if there are any more injuries in the back line, he's not too far behind at the moment to be called upon.
It's a good story for Dorrington, though, because this time last year he was really highly sought after. He was making a big name in the under-21s, and he was knocking on the door. People were thinking, "Oh, give Dorrington a go, give Dorrington a go." But he's had a lot of injuries since then, and really serious ones. So it's really nice to see him recover, get back at it, and make an appearance for the first team.
100%.
Ben Bowman showing the heat map yesterday, just showing Sonny and Decky's positions on the pitch yesterday.
Yeah, and that was I don't know if it was an adjustment from Ange, but definitely it was there on the pitch that Sonny was our furthest player forward, and he was the one tasked with kind of getting in behind and stretching Southampton, and that's where you want to see Son, because that's where he's at his most dangerous. So definitely think that was a good decision if it was a pre-planned one.
So Fantasy FPL tweeted out yesterday, Son goal, no assists. And Maddison quote retweeted it saying, but my intended target was Son, so now what?
No assists because it took a flick off one of the Southampton defenders. Very harsh, to be fair, because I've seen assists given for less than that one. So I can't understand Maddison making a bit of a joke of it. But FPL have got a lot to answer for. Apparently, Maddison's now in the top 5 for points in
is that right?
Now in the FPL.
Wow.
So underrated pick, probably.
He's probably got a low percentage of owners as well.
Probably.
James Maddison as well tweeted out, the Jackal would have been proud of that one.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I don't know the reference, but I'm sure you can
tell. The Day of the
tell.
Jackal. He's a sniper who's he's known for taking unbelievable shots from distance.
Oh, I see.
And
let's see more of those shots from distance then.
And right into the corner. What accuracy there was. Look at that. Right into the corner. As I say, when you look at snapshot of when he took the shot, such little to aim at. I don't know how he found it, to be honest.
Incredible. It was just one of those days, just everything was just going in, wasn't it? It just felt like as well, every time we went forward, we were going to score. Yeah. That's what it felt like yesterday.
That was the feeling, for sure.
Tottenham Hotspur tweeted out 100 Premier League appearances and counting. Sadeki, a Tottenham Centurion.
Wow, unbelievable. And hopefully the next 100 will be even better.
Let's hope so. It will be. Tottenham as well, tweeting out saying some trio with Pape, Madders and Bergvall, with Madders with the Man of the Match award in his hand.
I don't know why Bergvall's displaying an empty box. It's like, as if like that's something to see. But I find that quite funny. But big up to Madders. Madders with his two younger brothers, it feels like.
Yeah, absolutely. Spurs pictures that go hard. Look at that passion from Sonny when he scored yesterday.
Love it. Come on. Captain, fantastic.
Now, this is an interesting one. Data MB. No winger in Europe's top 5 leagues has more key passes per 90, 1.49, than Son Heung-min this season. 100% percentile for key passes, 93rd for XG and XA, 84th for non-penalty goals, and 90th percentile for assists.
Wow. He's really taken that creative role. He's taking it on, isn't it? Because I've been critical in terms of... I see him more of a goal scorer than a creator, and is that something that he's going to be one of the best in the league at? But clearly, he's really developed, especially over the last year or so, really developed that side of his game, and or I would say develop, or maybe shown it more. And look, he's creating chances for fun at the moment. That's the truth. And when he's on the left-hand side, I was saying, is he a left winger anymore? Because does he have that ability to continuously take on his man, all that stuff? But he's showing you maybe don't even need to do that. You just need to create a yard, and he's got the ability to whip a ball in on either foot, and that's all you need when you're in that position. Yeah,
after all that discourse and conversation last season about winger or 9, I mean, it's clear as day now that he's better on the left than he is in the 9.
Yeah, I have to concede that point for sure.
Squawker say this is earliest Tottenham have led by 4 goals in the Premier League game by 25 minutes. Mate.
Love it. I love the picture of Andrew the coffee there. Just chilled as always. Love it.
Tottenham captain Son Heung-min now scored in over 100 different Premier League matches. He joins fellow players to achieve such a feat. So Shearer, Cole, Lampard, Kane, Vardy, Defoe, Hasselbank, Ferdinand, Owen, Salah, Anelka, Fowler, Robbie Keane, Van Persie, Aguero, Gerrard, Sheringham, Henry and Wayne Rooney.
Quite a list. Not really a bad player on that list, is there?
No, he's in good company. He's basically, these are all the best goal scorers that the league has seen.
And there's Sonny up there amongst it.
Yeah, and he should be. Next one is Tottenham Hotspur related, saying Maddison has as many Premier League goals this season as Ollie Watkins and Alexander Isak.
Oh, not bad company there as well.
Well, 9s.
Huh?
They're 9s.
Yeah, which is mad. And then you wouldn't look at them thinking they're having terrible seasons. Maybe not as good as you'd hope, but I don't think they've been terrible.
Well, Isak had a very slow start to the season, and he's just starting to kick into gear in the last few weeks. And Watkins as well has been a bit up and down.
Fair, but I don't think they've been terrible. And Maddison is level. Look, my point is, Maddison being up there with that, you wouldn't think it with the discourse around him.
True. Kane from the lane, another one of these AI-generated pictures. Yaya Toure putting the crown on Pape.
Yeah, UIA apparently is our kit sponsor. But what's it called? Yaya crowning Pape the new king of the Premier League.
Absolutely.
And that was, as I said, that was a bit of a Yaya Toure goal yesterday.
And you know what? When Yaya was at Spurs, I think Pape was actually on record saying how much he helps him with his game and stuff, and he looks up to him like a big role model. Like he's the guy that he would want to influence his game on.
Oh, if he's even half as good as Yaya, then we got a hell of a player on our hands.
Yeah. Carly on you Spurs says, nah, that's dirty. And this was when Bergvall got shoved on the post. And how...
Look at that. He just shoves him right into the post.
That's madness. That's absolute madness.
I could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, he came off it okay, but I don't understand how... I think VAR, he's lucky that VAR didn't look at that, I think.
AJ THFC says, soak this picture in, man. Looks fuming from the chance.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Come on, mate. Your team are 5-0 up, and this is what you look like.
He's giving the fans the side eye. He's giving them the side eye. The Brennan side eye.
Alfie THFC saying, why is he celebrating like we're playing on Nuketown?
I think that's a Call of Duty reference.
Okay.
But it's a Day of the Jackal celebration. Clearly, they're fans of the show. So big up.
DXNTHFC, that Ramsdale face looked a picture last night.
I thought it was extremely odd how they had Ramsdale in the studio. He's like a member of the team. He's watching his own team getting battered 5-0, and like he's being asked like, "What do you think of the manager?" He's like I was like really odd.
I didn't see any of it. Like, what was he saying?
I was obviously I couldn't really listen to it because I was live, but like. He just looked really uncomfortable, and like obviously it's half time. They're cutting to the one thing his comments like, how's the team do? Like he's like, I don't really want to criticize my own team. Like just really strange. At the end of the game, he's like, I'm sure the manager will tell the team some home truths, and we trained really well. And it's like, I just thought it was an odd decision for Ramsdale to agree to go on as a pundit when he's watching his own team getting battered. Yeah, it's just really odd.
Yeah,
but Ramsdale, he just loves being relegated. He loves it. He thought he got himself out of it. He's like, nah, I need a good relegation. I miss it. I miss going down. He's been relegated 3 times, I think, already in his career. I think he's about to be a 4th.
And when he was at Arsenal fans led us to believe he was the best goalkeeper in the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's been injured for Southampton, but he misses the fight.
Yeah. Madders Prop says, our wins this season, 4-0, 4-0, 5-0, 4-0, 3-0, 4-1, 3-1. Every team that we've beaten this season, we've absolutely battered, haven't we? But then we have had 7 losses this season. 3-2, 1-0, 1-0, 2-1, 4-3, 2-1 and 1-0. They are all narrow losses on the face of it. Yeah,
and I think I agree with that. As I say, we're getting big wins and we are losing too many games, but only when we do lose, it's only by 1. So hopefully, especially once you start getting players back and things like that, or maybe a couple of more additions, that can start to turn. But I just feel like when the wins are such big margins at the moment, and you'll see what the team's capable of, hopefully we can ride it out at this difficult moment, which is still there. Even though we got a win yesterday, we're still in a difficult moment. And I'm sure, as I said after the Bournemouth game, there is going to be some pain, I think, between now and especially January. I don't think that's going to stop, even with this result. It will be alleviated a bit with that win, obviously, because if we wouldn't have won, the pressure would have been massive. But for me, I see enough to stick with, in my opinion, like in terms of, if we were, as I said, if we were winning games like we were winning under Nuno or whatever, I would say I don't see enough to stick with it. But because we're winning games so well, I think if we can just turn around these defeats, we're going to have a good team here.
How many games did Nuno manage us for?
I think it was 10 games.
10 games. And just nearly got as many losses this season than Nuno managed games.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true at that point. But look, at the end of the day, Nuno was only here for 10 games. So you could probably argue, did he get a fair crack of the whip? Probably not. He probably was the fall guy for what was a really terrible time for the club. Kane wanted out. Like we were just all over the place. Mourinho just left, and we had that unbelievably embarrassing manager search where we went for like 7 different managers and no one wanted to come here, and we landed on Nuno. And clearly he's showing right now he's not a bad manager, and he was good at Wolves as well, let's be honest.
Wolves have fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, he got them to Europe, got them to a quarter-final of the Europa League, and then he's top 4 right now with Forest, so clearly he's not a bad manager. So I think it's fair to say he probably didn't get a fair crack of the whip, and we fired him out probably more panic than anything. Obviously we weren't doing well, let's be honest, and he was terrible, but he probably didn't get a fair crack of the whip. We probably panicked, and Conte was there, so we just got him in. But doesn't mean it was the right decision to sack him. Obviously, we got top 4, so I'm not saying it was the wrong decision. I'm just saying, he probably didn't get a fair crack of the whip, did he?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. BLTHFC saying, not enough is being said about Archie Gray putting in shifts at left back, centre back, right back this season. As a DM, these experiences will be important in solidifying his defensive awareness. Some player we've got here.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think he deserves a lot more praise for how he's been performing. I think at the moment he's being slept on, I think, by a lot of people, because maybe it's because of frustration of some of the results we've been getting or whatever, but I think the fact that he's 18 and he's contributed to the level he has is phenomenal in my opinion, and he's done brilliant.
Dan Gregory says, just seen a blind man leaving the Spurs Saints game. Sums up Southampton, really. Even the blind men have seen enough.
Yeah, you couldn't stand watching it. You couldn't even stand watching it. Brilliant.
Spurs Watch saying, Spurs are the first team in the Premier League this season to have 4 teenagers on the pitch at the same time.
Yeah.
And we go and win 5-0.
Yeah, it's mad, actually. Like, you look at our squad yesterday on the bench. Actually, I think we'll get into it, but I think it's one of the tweets we'll talk about. Yeah, it is. So I won't mention it. But 4 teenagers on the pitch yesterday. Is it a consequence of the squad that we have at the moment, or Ange giving opportunities to young players? But also, it just goes to show, like, you know, people saying Ange doesn't give opportunities, but we're the first team to give 4 teenagers in the same game a go. So, I mean, obviously he's been forced into it, but you know, at least that shows the quality of young players we do have in the squad.
Spursy Luca, another one of these AI-generated images of Spence snatching Porro's chain.
Yeah, Porro's getting worried for his place, I think, at the moment.
He should do. I mean, that performance is significant. Really significant, in my opinion. Hotspur-related, Heung-min, we've been through that. Squawker Live saying it's taken Jed Spence just 36 seconds to provide an assist for the first ever Premier League start for Tottenham. I mean, he must have been buzzing after the game last night. He probably couldn't sleep last night with that performance. Like, he's been waiting so patiently for this for so long. And finally it comes and he just takes it and grabs it with both hands.
You saw he was in conversation at half-time with Maddison, and Maddison was, I think, bigging him up of his performance in that first half. And I think he'll grow a lot in confidence after that, just knowing that he came in, he did his job brilliantly, had a great performance, and, you know, hopefully there'll be no excuses now not to give him more game time.
Spurs Express, Spurs fans chanting, we want Levy out and I don't care about Levy, he don't care about me, all I care is Kulusevski. Yeah, I know that, I was there last night. And Jay Harris, last but not least, saying, you know, Spurs are in a tricky situation when 19-year-old Will Lancashire is the sub with the 4th highest amount of appearances in the Premier League, and he has 1 appearance off the bench, and that is crazy. That's crazy. Like,
the 4th highest, and he's had 1 appearance.
He's the 4th most
experienced player
on that bench yesterday.
And that just shows the state of the squad right now. So you do have to give Ange a bit of grace for that. But yeah, look, let's hope that no, we don't use that as an excuse to lose any of either of the next 2 games. Yeah,
absolutely. And that is how the internet did react to the 5-0 drubbing of Southampton yesterday. I'm going to finish off with a couple of super chats and then